So it turned out to be the absolute best battle of the tournament thus far, and potentially of the tournament going forward, period. Was the battle that I was the most hyped to see. I think a lot of fans were the most hyped to see this battle because of the history, the fact that both of these battlers are actual friends outside of battle rap. J Murda versus Showoff. Salute to ARP, Lawrence, shout to RBE. Just tap my plant, I'm so excited over here. But not for real, RBE and KOTD got a W with this one. That battle, Showoff versus J Murda, was crazy fire. That's definitely a classic. They both put on, they both were turned up, energy on 1,000 bars. Lyricism, like, this is honestly, like, salute to them, yo. This is some of the best I've seen from both of them, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cain and Abel, brother versus brother, like, they brought the best out of each other, and they dead went to war. It was fire. First round, man, J Murda came out, did a little freestyle thing on Showoff's shirt, because Showoff was rocking this the merch that he's selling. Check that out. I don't remember exactly the info on it, but look up his 50/50 Showoff, look him up on Instagram, stuff like that. Check out his merch. But he started off with a freestyle about the shirt that Showoff was wearing. He had a funny bar about math, tough Fortnite bar, cool funny demon fight bar, and he said something about Showoff's bar where he said something, I know dudes that's around the corner and other dudes that still go, and then J Murda was like, I know, I'm dude. He didn't say dude, he said the M-word. I'm trying not to, YouTube and stuff, but he's like, yeah, I know, and that was mad funny. Mad funny. J Murda was just full on snapping crazy in the first round. Showoff came out, he flipped J Murda's like slogan and like bars that J Murda spit in the past. Super crack. Fire wordplay from Showoff, high energy, aggressive projection from both of them. Like, their vocal projection was like, you was tuned in, ain't nobody was talking, you was listening to every single word. What he said, no shells, it gets bad when the shells are in the mix after the yolk. Like, that was crazy, you know what I'm saying? The first round to me was really debatable. I edged it watching it. I've only watched it once, obviously, but I edged it to J Murda. But if people wanted to, push that to Showoff, I'm not knocking that. I edged it to Murda though. Round two. So J Murda, he came out and they were like aggressive with each other in each other's face, but not necessarily as aggressive as they might be with other dudes where they like right, you know what I'm saying, in someone's face, shoulder bumps, poking, tapping the person's chest with that like hard like smack type shit. I'm trying not to watch YouTube and I'm cursing, but whatever. But J Murda actually turned it up a notch. I don't know, maybe because he was drinking a little Henny or something. Maybe that's what, kind of sparked it. But J Murda he said some bar, and then he like, boom, shoulder bump Showoff, and Showoff even looked like, word? Like we get physical? Like, it was funny. He didn't make like a big dramatic thing, but he just looked like, oh, alright, we gonna do that then, it was pretty funny to see that. One more thing that I thought was pretty cool about this, this happened after the bump. So J Murda, after the bump, he was doing, the typical battle rap air guns, and he raised one up, and he looked away when he raised it. He wasn't like looking at Showoff, but he just like raised it up. And I think Showoff was like in the process of like going to grab drink some water. And I think he like accidentally like either tapped his bottle or tapped his face. Show didn't make a big deal out of it. And Murda like finished his bar, but then he was like, yo, you good, bro? Like afterwards, like, yo, my fault. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was like, even though it was an intense battle, and there was literally like a split second where J Murda like just slipped, yo, you good, bro, in. But I thought that was pretty cool just to see, like, even though they're getting aggressive, he still maintained that, like, brotherhood, brotherly love. You know what I'm saying? My fault. I violated my apologies type thing. That was cool. So, Showoff's second round, in my opinion, he noticeably turned up the aggression a little bit. Because, like I said, after J Murda bumped him, he started to, like, get, like, more in J Murda's proximity. I don't remember if he was, like, tapping him on the chest, poking him, stuff like that. But he was a little bit more in his face in the second round than he was in the first round. In my opinion, Showoff was connecting a little bit harder than J Murda was in round two. But the thing that was kind of crazy, and I need to go back and watch this a second time to see what the time stamp was on J Murda's second round versus Showoff's, because myself and everyone in the comments was like, yo, what's good with the bias? Because obviously J Murda reps, Team Hami, FTW of course, but he also reps Team Hami. And Poison Pen was right there, hosting the battles and keeping the time. So he ain't stopped nobody on time in the first round. He ain't stopped J Murda in the second. But in Showoff's second round, Showoff was cooking. He was cooking steadily. And Poison Pen actually called time on him. And Showoff dead looked at him like, yo, like, are you serious? Like, cause you can't, the fact that he didn't call time on Murda's round, and I don't remember, but I feel like Murda's round felt like it was just as long as Showoff's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you felt in a sense in that moment, like, bro, are you on some Team Hami bias right now? Or are you trying to save him from the next X amount of bars I got by calling time? I thought that was shaky. People in the comments thought it was shaky too. Like I said, I gotta watch that again to try to review the timestamps to see if Murda was under the time or within the time limits, and Showoff went past. I think it was like 240, something like that. But that was shaky. That was shaky. Calling time on Showoff, that was shaky. One more thing with Poison, I'm not trying to get at him crazy, but I gotta call it like it was. Poison Pen had noticeably more reactions for J Murda's content than he did for Showoff's. Now, granted, certain things that J Murda said might have just resonated more with Poison Pen, but you can't help but notice the Team Hami alliance in that moment, where Showoff will say some crazy-ish and everyone be going wild with Poison Pen. He gave it up for Showoff too, but you could notice like a significant amount more of reaction for Murda. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 on that. So with the second round concluding, even though Showoff got cut short, I personally felt as though he won the second round. So by the end of the second, like I said, it was a real close fight between the two of them. I had it 1-1. Showoff round 2, J Murda round 1. Round 3 from both of them was pretty cool. J Murda did speak on like the reality of the fact that Showoff is his boy outside of battle rap, and they've displayed their like friendship and brotherhood and how they have each other's backs through various situations. I'm sure from these types of situations to other things, just general holding each other down. It was pretty cool that Murda spoke on that a little bit. Showoff as well, he spoke about Murda, like, are you my brother outside for real? But Showoff came at Murda, in my opinion, with some pretty like tough like gang Crip bars, about J Murda being Crip and stuff like that. And I felt as though Murda had like more punches, yeah, like more like punchline bar type material. And I felt as though Showoff in his third, it was more of a talk to him type of thing. But like I said, the angle that he took, because a lot of people have talked about J Murda being Crip and stuff like that, but I felt as though the angle and the way that Showoff like verbally displayed or carried out his plan of attack at J Murda being Crip affiliated, or not Crip affiliated, but being Crip, I felt as though Showoff did it in a unique way that hasn't necessarily been said before. So the third round, honestly, it was a preference thing. Do you like J Murda more with the bar structures and then the punches, this is that, or do you like Showoff more with the more of like, I'm gonna talk to you like for real? Do it was one of those preferences. For me, I edged it the third. I edged the battle 2-1 to Showoff first watch, but I can't knock anyone for edging it to J Murda. It was one of those, you could debate them, you know what I'm saying? The judges did give it edge to J Murda, but again, this was one of those battles that y'all could talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Even though Murda technically is now still in line to potentially get that 50K, it's not like a real loss, you know what I'm saying, for Showoff. And for RBE, it's a win-win because they still got an RBE representative in the tournament, and both representatives of RBE performed incredibly well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a full dub for RBE no matter what. I feel as though Showoff and Murda probably had a discussion, but like behind the scenes, like, yo, bro, if one of us gets the dub, go past the other one, a nice little 2,000-3,000, maybe 4,000, maybe 5. I don't know how much they want to give up for that 50. He's got to put, I don't know what the taxes are in that situation, but still, they probably gonna get, if one of them wins, they probably gonna get the other person, a bag. Ultimately though, that battle was fire, and fans in the comments, a lot of them were trying to call out the big R word, robbery, when the battle got announced for J Murda. You can't. I hear y'all just because of the fact that like I edged it to Showoff, but you can't throw out robbery on this one. This was not like a disaster frack. This was close. This was close. So so shout out to the salute to Showoff, man, because he took it like it is. He's like, all right, that's my brother. He won, cool. Like, we still in the tournament, even if I'm not in the tournament. That's my man. You feel me? Like I said, they definitely worked something out behind the scenes. But Showoff wasn't complaining about it. And I don't think that if Showoff had gotten his hand raised at the end, I don't think Murda would have been complaining about it either. It was one of those close fights where it's preference. You got one person boxing, mad aggressive and putting in work, coming forward. Then you have the other person stepping back, but they counter punching, landing dumb shots, crazy. Which do you like more? Do you like the aggressive or do you like the clean counter puncher? You know what I'm saying? Salute to both guys though. Definitely best battle of the KOTD Grand Prix thus far. And to be honest with you, this might be like the best battle of the tournament going forward. I don't know if any other match is going to necessarily match this one. Salute to RBE, and on to the next one. I would love to see, man. I would love to see if J Murda is able to, let's say Disaster makes it to the finals. I would love to see Disaster battle J Murda in the finals. Cause Disaster likes to get really aggressive with certain people, not with everybody, but like with Frack smacking the sheet of paper out of his hand. I would love to see what happens if Diz battles J Murda, and I would love to see how tough Diz tries to act during that battle. If they're in Cali, I'm pretty sure he'll act like Superman. If they're in a neutral territory, I don't know. But that's something that they both got to make it to the finals. But that's something I would really like to see. But honestly, yo, like even though as fire as the battle was, one of the best parts about J Murda versus Showoff was after the battle when Ice-T, they had Ice-T was being interviewed, chopping it up with Lush One. Yo, this shit was hilarious. My man Ice-T, like he might really tune into battle rap. He might watch it fairly consistently, but he stumbled on Showoff's name. So what he called him? Oh yeah, so Ice-T was like, yo, and trying to reference Showoff, he called him first, he said Showtime. He called Showoff Showtime, and then he called him Showbiz. Yo, it was mad funny. He's like, yeah. And then Showtime went crazy. Boom, boom. And then I think that he realized that like that wasn't it, because Lush ain't want to like slay him and be like, yo, Ice, that ain't his name. You know what I'm saying? So he just kind of let it go. But I think that Ice like realized like, wait, that's not his name. So he's like, yeah, yeah. And then Showbiz went crazy. And then I think after that, I think he realized again, like, damn, that's not his name either. So the next time he was just like, yeah, Show. And he just let it go like that. Like he didn't try to finish off what the last part of his name was. But the fact that he called him Showtime and then Showbiz was mad funny. And the fans in the comments after that, it just became like salute to Showoff. It wasn't like people trying to roast him for being him. It's just like the fact that Ice-T messed up his name. Everyone in the comments started just going on like the wild like Showtime remix, like a Showoff remix, like making up different names for Showoff. It was mad funny. The comments had me dying. That was honestly, apart from the battle being that much fire, Ice-T just made it that much better. Like.